Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for May 26th to the end of the month. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Pisces. Pisces, listen, you know what? Okay, so we're not going to jump right into it, Pisces. I have a message for you. I want to tell you something. I may be a little bit emotional, and you can see my hair is wet. I just got out of the shower. Like, I'm just starting my day before, I start my workday, but I was just thinking, I always do a little meditation for every sign before I actually do your reading. And I just got really emotional. So I want you to know that you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You've been going through a lot. You have the North Node in your sign. There's been a lot happening, okay? Remember, I even brought it up last week, that sixth planet conjunction that happened, between your sign and Aries at mid-March, right? Just through your birthday season. So I want you to know that you are going to be absolutely fine. You're going to start feeling it this week, okay? And I hope that a lot of y'all started feeling it last week. But remember, these are waves. These are, they're pushing you in a new direction. But you know that I love you so much, Pisces, okay? I don't know. I got really emotional with you. And, maybe it's because I have, really, really close Pisces friends. And Pisces is very dear to my heart. All right. And that is the Pisces tattoo I have on my wrist if you are new to my channel. But that's for someone dear to me. So let's get started, Pisces. I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Okay. I want the best for you. Now, this is actually, and I have really great news for you. This is one of the best weeks of not only the month of the year, with one of the best new moons of the entire year of 2025. And I, mentioned this in your annual forecast too. I've been very excited for this new moon. People, astrologers have been excited for this new moon. Think about January, February, March, April. Think about even the end of last year. We have not had a week like this so far this year. Last week, but still that was, Saturn moving into Aries. So this is just an amazing week, and I really want you to take advantage of everything that it offers, okay? And actually, one of the reasons why this week is so enormously special is because of what happened last week, all right? So everything, all those aspects that happened last week that, once, twice in a year, those really rare aspects, they're supporting this new moon. And so you are truly on the brink of just major change. And I want you to know that. And it's just, sometimes through these changes, I mean, you're a mutable sign. And so you're really good at adapting to change. But just know through these changes, you are going to be so excited, especially with this week, okay? With the fruits that it's bearing. Remember last week, right? Saturn and Neptune, right? With Ceres as well. And it's not just that they moved into Aries. They're conjuncting. It's powerful. Their energies are merging, right? And so it is the beginning of the beginning. All right. So just remember the aspects from last week because they were big, and you will fully understand the magnitude of this new moon in this week when you just look back at the reading if you need to. All right. Just know that everything is syncing up for you, and this is going to be an enormously auspicious, feel good week for you. It's going to be an exciting week for you. All right. And yes, it is one of the best. All right. So, and to the point where I had to actually, when I was mapping it out, I had to triple check a lot of things. I was like, is this real? Is this really happening? So let's get started. Okay. Monday, May 26th, or even the 27th, depending on where you live, the new moon in Gemini, okay? Happening at 6 degrees. And so it's happening at 11 p.m. on May 26th on that Monday at night, Eastern Standard Time. That's my time, New York City time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world. And that's why I'm saying 26th or 27th, and it is a super moon. All right, so what that means is, and we see these with full moons a lot, the super moon. Not so often with the new moons, nor do people, often talk about it, but this is big, and it just means it's orbiting really close to Earth. So, the power of the moon. We've talked about the power of the moon, so you will absolutely feel this, and it feels really good. It's one of the best. And the new moon is Mercury ruled, which is Gemini's ruler. As you know, Mercury moved into Gemini over the weekend, and Mercury is all about communication and business and writing and, launching the new things, right? It's also travel. It's, Mercury, the merchant, mercantile, selling things. It's like, again, a lot of y'all may be starting new things, new projects, side hustles, side gigs, but maybe also having important conversations, maybe signing agreements. This new moon is in your fourth house. And so what does that mean? A lot of Pisces, maybe you're signing leases. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're thinking of moving. Maybe there's something here with real estate or property matters. Fourth house is also family. It's home and family. All right. So maybe there's something here where you're getting married. Maybe you are, moving in with someone. There's, maybe there's something here with your parents or grandparents, your children, your significant other. All of that. There's going to be emphasis here, okay? Especially if you're Pisces rising, of course, but all of y'all are going to feel this, okay? So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of energy there. And I'll walk you through a couple other things for you. I'm going to give you a couple more things, actually, that I normally... Okay, so let's just keep going. The fact that Mercury's now in Gemini, right? Conjuncting the moon, that's in Gemini. So you've got Mercury and the moon making aspects with all the outer planets. Again, look at what happened over the weekend. So everything that happened last weekend and even the end of last week is spilling over into this week. And so now you've got Mercury and the moon sextiling Saturn and Neptune, conjuncting Uranus. You see this week, Mercury will trine Pluto, right? And the moon is trining Pluto. And I know I dropped these forecasts a little bit before the actual week, a few days before. So you will start feeling it over the weekend because what happened over the weekend, the sun trined Pluto. And so you've got Pluto trining the moon, the sun, Mercury. What? I mean, that's insane. That's big. Trines are supportive. They're lucky in itself. They're harmonious. They make things easier for you. And so we'll talk about that later, but I just want you to know this new moon is very optimistic and it's enthusiastic and it's fun and it's exciting. It's electric and flirty and adventurous and enterprising and curious, creative, intellectual. That's how you're going to feel. It's very collaborative energy. Think about that Gemini energy, that social energy, mingling, interacting, networking even. Okay? And so this will be the last of 2 super new moons, 2025. Please use this. And I did live stream June astrology overview. All right. Take a look at that because there's a lot of things in that forecast that I talk about that I will not in your monthly forecasts. All right. Remember, June is the luckiest month of 2025 because of what's happening in June. Your life is changing. You have Jupiter moving into Cancer for an entire year. That is your 5th house. What is the 5th house? It's the house of pleasure and joy and family and children and true love and romance. You got that for a whole year. You haven't had that in 12 years. It's creativity. It's intimacy and sex. It's procreation. Like you're gonna be having babies. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer anyway, so I talk more about that. I talk more about it in the overview. I'll leave it at the end of this video for you, or in the description box. Okay, the June astrology overview live stream. But I'm just really excited for you, and I want you to know that things are going to, you're moving in this great new direction, and that new moon does have it is also one of the best. And it's on par with this one. So I really want you to take advantage of this new moon and the one in June. Okay. And there is another one that will later this year that I really, really love as well. But anyway, just please plant seeds. Yeah, that's what you do with new moons. You set intentions, you put wheels in motion. This is Mercury ruled. So sign contracts, agreements, have those important conversations you need to have. You're going to have so much power. Yeah, with Pluto and plan trips. A lot of y'all may be taking trips or thinking of that. Maybe with family, maybe with your lover, maybe with, you still have Mercury conjunct Uranus from over the weekend. You're going to feel that all week. And so that's in your 3rd house. And Gemini rules the third house. So everything I said about communication, new businesses, launching things, agreements, things like that, siblings, local community, your local community, all of that, you've got those overlap here. All right. So Mercury is also the mind. So plant mental seeds for new ideas. Remember, I said curiosity, creativity, new things that you do want to bring into your life. Okay. This is your path to enlightenment, your karmic journey. And remember, that is with the inspired actions that you take, the inspired action. So this is just going to be, you're going to see great new paths opening up for you. And remember last week what I said, you've got the keys too. You've got the keys. So speak to the moon. Tell the moon what you want, because you want to speak things into existence, that high frequency energy, as above, so below. That's why we're here, right? And especially the first 3 days when the moon is really potent, okay? And it is kicking off a new cycle for you. Now, I did say it's at 6 degrees. That's a mutable degree. So Gemini, this new moon in Gemini is a mutable sign. You're a mutable sign, just like the Gemini. Okay, so immutable, like it's just adapting to change. Just know that your lives are changing. All right, so it is a Virgo degree. And so what makes this interesting is that Mercury, this Mercury new moon, ruled new moon, Mercury happens to be the ruler for both Gemini and Virgo. So when you throw in the fact that we have about 6 or 7 Mercury aspects, when you throw in the Mercury aspects from last week and this week, just big, this is big. It's special. And with Mercury, Mercury is Hermes, the messenger. You want to communicate and be social and network, like I said. And this is possibly going to be time where even if you don't, you will, because people will be getting in touch with you. And it can be through emails or DMs or messages in a bottle if you're on a beach, whatever, snail mail too. Anything from friends, family, siblings, recruiters, neighbors, realtors for y'all, or even fourth house's ancestry. There just may be something here for you that's really big. And remember, Mercury is a mind, so this is also you on the break of breakthroughs. It's breakthroughs and big ideas, okay? You're on the brink of that. And the biggest thing is this shift in perspective. Why? Because Mercury is in Gemini with Jupiter, your ruler. Jove, king of the gods, right? So Jupiter brings luck and good fortune and wisdom and expansion, profit, abundance. This is higher mind. And this is absolutely amazing. All right. So you see how you have third house, ninth house activity here. That's just amazing. And the North Node in your sign, this is you. What do you want? What are the breakthroughs you want? You have so much power with this new moon. I want you to use it. You have a stellium. And Gemini, you have Mercury, the sun. You have Jupiter. You have the moon. You have Hygeia. Yeah? And that's a big deal. Hygeia just moved into Gemini last week. And Sedna moved into Gemini. That I will do a separate live stream for sure. I'll do a separate video for Sedna and Gemini, because one of the reasons you're going to see the big changes happening in 2025 and the next few years, especially, okay, is because of Sedna, right? With Pluto in Aquarius, we've talked about this. That's new. That's all about the collective. And then when you get Sedna and Gemini for the first time in 12,000 years, the last ice age at 0 degrees, when Uranus moves into Gemini in July, conjuncting Sedna, and they're going to be trining Pluto. Yeah, you're going to see some changes, all right? You're starting to see them already. So just keep that in mind. And remember, I did say Jupiter, and you would know this, Jupiter, because is, your traditional ruler. When Jupiter is in Gemini, the twin, it often brings two paths. And whenever Jupiter leaves a sign like it's doing now, right? Remember, Jupiter moving into Cancer in about 2 weeks from now. Jupiter tends to leave a parting gift. So please, just pick the path that brings you joy and faith and expansion and self-belief. That's Jupiter, right? And Jupiter expands. So do what brings you joy, all right? It is a genuinely joyful new moon. And it is a major upgrade. Again, just thinking about where things were, the beginning of the year, where we are now. We're not even halfway through the year, right? So this is great. And when I say major upgrade, it is because of the outer planets that are aspecting. You got Saturn bringing stability, the long term for your goals with that sextile. All right. You have Neptune here aspecting, bringing that compassion, ideals, creativity, your dreams, heightened intuition, your vision. You would know because Neptune is your modern ruler, right? And you got Saturn and Neptune freshly new in Aries. Remember, Aries is the beginning. It's initiating. It's pioneering. So tap into this energy. Remember, that is your second house. All right. So that is, it's the things that you have. But it's money and it's income and it's salary and it's finances. You see what's going on with you with Mars and Leo in your sixth house as well. I mean, there's a lot of y'all maybe starting new things, like I said, maybe even starting new jobs, there's something here with money that is very, very possible that may be changing for you, okay? If you're not here for money, by the way, second house is just self-worth and self-value. And it's that confidence building with Saturn and Aries. Remember, I said mastery is self, and you got the North Node in your sign all year. So you're changing, but this is your karmic journey. So you really, really want to just, again, do what follow your heart and be your authentic self and trust your intuition. All right. Remember, it's Saturn, Neptune, and Ceres that's conjuncting. Yeah. They're building this new path for you, this new future for you. All right. And breakthroughs. Remember, Uranus is here. Uranus is progress, the great awakener, innovation, breakthroughs. Uranus just had a huge conjunction with Mercury over the weekend. You're definitely going to feel it with this new moon. And then you've got Pluto active, empowerment, your truth. It's this unstoppable energy. And Pluto is in your 12th house. And you're the native ruler of the 12th house. That's what Aquarius rules for you. And that is spirituality. That is healing as well. All right. So it's rest. It's retreat. It's so spiritual. But Pluto is, natively rules your 9th house, which again is so spiritual. All right. Higher mind. So for you, Pisces, you will definitely have a shift in perspective this week. All right. And so I really want you to use this. Remember, Uranus is moving into Gemini in 2 months. 2 months. You're going to see things move really, really, really fast with Uranus and Gemini, because Uranus is leaving Taurus, right? Which is Earth. And so things just Gemini is and they're going to be trining Pluto all year. So Pluto's also like breaking things down for your breakthrough. Uranus is a ruler for Aquarius. Do you see what's happening there, with Pluto and Aquarius? So you will be having breakthroughs throughout the year. All right. So I want you to know that. All right. So the other thing is, by the way, before we even get to the new moon on that day, we do have a mini golden triangle that's so, so amazing. All right. And it is with the moon and Pluto and Ceres. And remember, Ceres is freshly new in Aries. And you can throw Neptune in there too. Yeah. But because Neptune's part of this party, but it's really it's so beautiful. And it's happening at 3 degrees with the moon, Pluto, and Ceres. And I don't make this up. 3 degrees is the Mercury degree, the Gemini degree. And so, we'll talk about the second spread, but where we talk about lunations and asteroids and planetoids. But if you are a cross-watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your husband, your sister, whoever, right? Your pet cat, everyone's going to feel this new moon enormously, okay? But the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Yes, you will. And I am also throwing in Aries, Libra, Leo, and Aquarius, especially with just all the other things happening. Now, if you know your chart, your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have planets between 3 to 9 degrees in any of the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or Leo, or Aries, you will really, really feel this the most. And I will throw in the mutables here too, okay? Because really the mutable signs will be affected. So Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Anyway, what I want you to do, Pisces, for this new moon, when you set intentions, I want you to visualize, we've talked about this, where do you want to be in 6 months from now? For the corresponding new full moon in December 2026. 2025, where am I? December 2025, before 2026, which, as you know, is the big year. It's the year. It's the year 10. It's the Great Reset. It's huge, right? Remember, we're in the 9 year and things are ending for the big new. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And there is gonna be some big career stuff for you happening. And again, like I said, I'm gonna tell you some things that I'm just not telling other signs because I really love y'all. Just prepare. Next month in June, we do have, remember, lucky things are happening that are lucky. We have a full moon in Sagittarius, and I love this full moon. And as you know, and maybe you don't, that's why I'm here. Sagittarius rules your 10th house of career and fame and your reputation. And, even if you're not here for career, just how you want to be recognized, achievements, honors. Things are changing for you. All right. You're really moving into this new. All right. So, and then speaking of 6, remember I said the new moon at 6 degrees. 6 in numerology is beautiful. It's harmony. It's empathy. It's kindness. It's nurturing. It's even intuition. It's a bundle of joy. But please don't forget the new moon, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So any seeds that you plant, any intentions that you set, it has to be at that time or after, okay? It's very different from a full moon. So just keep that in mind, all right? And yes, that makes May 27th a great day to plant seeds as well, because remember, you got the sun, moon, and now Mercury trining Pluto in Aquarius at 3 degrees. That's right, the Gemini degree. So you're going to feel this even over the weekend before you, get to Tuesday, because it's so strong with all this Pluto activity. You're going to feel this heightened intuition. It's like psychic level. It's just very spiritual for you. And again, I would not be surprised if a lot of you are traveling, maybe taking trips, spontaneous trips. I wouldn't be surprised if you teach something, you decide to teach something or learn something, right? Go back to school or pick up like an online course, maybe even start an online course. There's a lot of possibilities here, all right, with your 9th house. There's just stuff here for y'all. Anyway, this is really great. And Mercury trine Pluto, it is confidence. It's Pluto, right? It is empowerment. It's transformation. And so there's something here that is transforming for you. And when you have Mercury trine Pluto, that makes you have the power. You are influential, especially with communication. We're talking about Mercury again, right? So this is you also like impressing VIPs and bosses and authorities and them opening doors for you. You're going to feel this. It's sharp. And it can be, with everything happening. Yeah. With money matters, with, business deals, with new projects, creative projects. Where do you want to put that energy, right? And again, for a lot of y'all, something with home and family and real estate. All right. Now, this is also a great aspect for making new friends or for someone in your life having a profound impact on you. So I love Mercury trine Pluto. Everyone's going to feel this. Remember, Pluto in Aquarius is the collective, right? And Aquarius is that energy of like friendships and community and humanity. And so again, you're just going to see a big shift anyway. So I love this. But when you do have Pluto trining the moon, the sun, and Mercury, that is big. That's huge. And don't forget, you got Mars and Leo all week. You still have Venus and Aries. You're the planet of money, and your 2nd house of money. You got a lot happening for you, Pisces. You have a lot happening for you in a big way. There's something here I would not be surprised, again, happening for you in this wonderful way. And then also with Mars and Leo, remember that is your 6th house of everyday activities and your routines and your health and lifestyle, but also work, colleagues, employees, your responsibilities when it comes to work. You're going through some major transformation, personal growth, and there will be opportunities, even good news with Mercury trine Pluto. Mercury again, yeah, and it can be even from something that you've been waiting to hear back from, even as far back as January 29th. All right, 2025. the day after my birthday when Mercury conjuncted Pluto. You see, because remember, everything is cyclical. So what makes this even more special is the fact it's at 3 degrees. So you will feel curious and expressive, and I want you to, and be social and network. And this is being very open-minded to new experiences too. And remember, you've got this sextiling Saturn, Neptune, and Ceres, all right? They're all freshly new in Aries, all conjuncting at that early degree of new beginnings, yeah, in your second house. So there is, again, something really big, enormously happening for you. Remember what I said, out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. And this is, you're going to feel like it just through the summer. Now, here's the thing, okay, Pisces? Because there's always a thing. And this one's not, it's fine. Listen, it's just a lot of mercurial energy. Remember, I said there's a lot of Mercury. There's a lot of Mercury aspects with Mercury in its home sign. Okay. So what does this mean? It means it can be too chatty, too cerebral, a bit scattered even. So try not to, it's like too much information overload. So try not to overthink things, overanalyze things. There's an element with what's happening here where it's like, think before you speak. Let's read the room. Like that kind of energy. That's all I'm saying. All right. So it's just with this heightened Mercury, and that's all. Okay. But again, maybe some home, family stuff, emphasis there, and even partnerships and relationships for you, of course, because you've got the North Node in your sign, South Node in Virgo. Mercury also rules Virgo. Partnerships, relationships, legal matters, and contracts as well. There, and I'm going to double down on that for you because Juno will square Mars all week, okay? So there may be something here with contracts, and it's not a bad thing. And we'll talk about in the second spread, where again we talk about the asteroids and whatnot. But Juno is partnerships, relationships, legal matters, contracts, marriage, things like that. Remember, Juno's in Scorpio. Your ninth house. There's legal matters in the ninth house as well, like the courts. But just again, for a lot of y'all, it could just be y'all are getting married. Or a second marriage, with Juno in your ninth. Anyway, Mercury does rule the nervous system as well. So there's a little bit of like, I gotta do this. I gotta say that. I feel restless, but in a good way. Remember, you can use this energy. Just be mindful that it may be, and then with the moon going into Cancer through the week too, the moon rules Cancer. You, out of all the signs, have a really, strong emphasis on home and family and, real estate and things like that I mentioned, and loved ones and your feelings and emotions. But anyway, you throw in Saturn and Neptune and Aries. That happened last week, the first time in 320 years, right? So nobody's experienced this, but you are entering this brave new world, right? As this visionary, compassionate leader, role model, whatever a hero, right? So avoid those lower expressions that I talked about last week, which is like delusion, escapism, confusion, which is very possible, right? With those, if you're not vibrating at that higher frequency, that can come up. And Pluto is really strong this week. Remember, in your 12th house, and the 12th house can be like self-sabotage and not facing things that you have to face. Also, there may be something here because they're going to have strong Pluto energy, Pisces. There may be someone that you thought was on your side. Maybe you thought was supporting you in some capacity. It may be revealed that maybe they're not. And I'm not saying that is going to happen because this is your intuition where you may feel that, okay? If that comes up, just explore it. Just explore it and then do what you need to do, right? Okay, so let's see. I completely lost my notes. Where? There it is. Okay, so okay. Okay, there we are. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, it's a great week. It's a great week, and it can feel very transcendent. And remember, everything is made of energy. And, I talked about this last week. All right. I talk about it in every week. I try to remind you that when I say that, it, includes your thoughts, right? That's energy. It's the words that come out of your mouth. That's energy. What I say about speaking things into existence, speaking things into the ether, things like that. That's energy, right? So you always want to vibrate at that high frequency, okay? Because it will be a very high frequency week. And remember, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Who said that, Pisces? Who said that? Leave in the comments. You get points. You'll get a sticker. I'll give you, thanks for figuring out who these people were last time. I'd have never seen that show. I'll give you Garth. Is that Garth? That's Wayne or Garth? I'll give you Garth. Anyway. Okay, so not on the whiteboard. Like I said, Thursday and Friday. Just know the moon rules Cancer. The moon will be at home in Cancer. You will have a lot of emphasis there. Okay? But remember, Cancer does rule your 5th house of joy and pleasure and fun and family and children anyway. So I love the moon in Cancer for you. Remember, that'll be Thursday and Friday. The only thing is that Ceres will square. Remember, Ceres is conjuncting Neptune and Saturn right now. Yeah? Ceres will square the moon at a point, and we'll talk about it in the second spread. All right? So that, and listen, I talk about that. If you want to know, and that's a good thing, if you want like a little bit of a preview of what we talk about in the second spread, yeah, the bonus spreads, yeah, that's a big deal. When Ceres squares the moon, but it's powerful because Ceres is with Neptune and Saturn, but just isolate Ceres. Ceres is Persephone's mother, by the way. Ceres is the mother archetype. Remember, I've talked about her. Self-care, nurturing, right? Diet, health, nutrition, even physical fitness. She's linked to Virgo. And so you taking care of you so you can take care of others and support others and take care of their well-being and health and whatnot. But mother archetype. And so when you have Ceres square the moon, the feminine archetype, the mother archetype, I mean, here's the thing. Let's say, do you live far away from your mother for a reason? Yeah. Is there do you need distance? You have a great relationship, but you can't see her every day. You can't talk to her every day. That's Ceres square the moon. Okay. And so even if you have a great relationship or you live with her or like things like that, that's fine. It just, there may be a point when Ceres squares the moon. Something with a mother, right? Or, or a grandmother or a maternal figure or even like an authority figure. But it may be even like someone that you look up to. But that's just, again, I talk more about in the second spread and in the June astrology overview. Let's keep going. Thursday, May 29th to Friday, May 30th as well. And I'm saying these 2 days, okay? And there's a reason, because you will have the sun conjunct Mercury. Whoa. Okay? Mercury is the planet of the mind now in the heart of the sun. So I want you to think of that alignment, okay? And we do have Cazimi several times a year, but why is this one special? Well, remember, you got Mercury in its rulership of Gemini with the sun in Gemini. Don't forget your ruler, Jupiter, right? Traditional ruler in Gemini, right? But Mercury with the sun, this Cazimi is at 9 degrees. So you will feel it on Thursday strongly. It perfects on Friday. So that means Friday you feel it really strongly. Why is this a big deal for you? Because 9 degrees is a mutable degree. It's the Sagittarius degree. And Jupiter is not only your traditional ruler, you share it with Sagittarius. And the fact that everything here in the first decan of Gemini, what does that mean? Jupiter and Mercury are both really, really strong now. Really strong now. Okay? So, there is a fixed star involved. Look at your June astrology overview. It's great. This is one of the best. Listen, this is clarity. This is this refresh of the mind. It's very Ace of Swords. A wake-up call as well because of the Mercury Uranus conjunction that you're still feeling too. That's really, there's still legs from that. But anything that's been building up here, it's clearing the decks, okay? But again, I mean, there's something here big with home, family, contracts, agreements, conversations you need to have, all of that right now for Pisces 2.0. All right. So I really love this for you. And then not on the whiteboard is Juno. Okay. Again, trining the North Node in your sign, squaring Mars all week. So again, just what I said earlier, all right? And Juno is Jupiter's wife, so it's a big deal. A lot of these asteroids, planetoids, fixed stars, they're bigger than you would think. And, that's why I say in the second spread, because I know these forecasts go long. So anyway, really big deal. There may be just some big changes here. We'll talk about the second spread. And one other thing I'll leave for you. I want you to look out for Sunday. So this is going to be a really big weekend for you. It may be a very busy weekend for you. But there's a lot happening and a fun weekend because the moon will be in Leo. But we do have this rare triple conjunction with Venus, Chiron, and Eris. Yeah. And they're perfecting on Sunday, June 1st, which I talk about in the June astrology overview because it's part of June. But this is big. It's in your second house. All right. So, and in general, if you are here for relationships, if you are here for contracts, if you are here for love, relationships, money, right? Any of that, or old wounds, old lovers, former lovers, things like that, or creative projects, or any of that. That's a look at the June overview. You got Venus conjuncting Chiron, the wounded healer, right? And Eris, Mars' sister. That's a big one. All right, let's get started, Pisces. You know I love y'all. Let's do it. All right, see what's going on for you for this week. All right, one of the best weeks. One of the best weeks for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. May 26th to to the end of the month, Pisces. You know I love y'all. Let me do a time check. Okay, let's Pisces. I do a traditional cult across. How are y'all doing? I do a traditional cult across spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Of course, I will. You know I love y'all. If we need to, right? We don't always need to. Secondly, I love y'all. Let's get started. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I look so weird right now. Okay, stop that. You're good. You're absolutely good. Wow. So remember what I said. Just kind of throwing in some extra stuff for Pisces, because Pisces, you're my secret crush. Everything that I just said right here. All right. Remember, I talked about the courts, legal matters, contracts, agreements, things like that, relationship, partnerships. Right here. All right. And so this is really great because you're moving into this week. Whew. I want my justice to be served. I want, fairness, balance in my life. And in order to have that balance, I need some things. And a lot of you are going to be doing that. Okay. And not in a bad way. It's just like, okay, I'm entering my new era. You got justice, the judge here, highly associated with karma, right? And so one thing, look at what's happening here. I'm going to show you something. Well, first, by the way, remember what I said about inspired actions you take. That's why the judge has that sword, okay? You're on a karmic journey. I said highly associated with karma. That's why we say actions have consequences, okay? You got to use that sword. If you don't, same thing applies to inaction. Inaction have consequences too. You're on your karmic journey. Trust your intuition, all right? You do see the scale and the judge's hand. So what did I say about Juno being highly active this week, squaring Mars? Oh, you see it right here, right? But also contracts, agreements, partnerships, relationships. I already said you got the South Node in Virgo, and your seventh house that, is ruled by Libra. This card is attributed to Libra. It's a big thing for you, okay? So there can be something here. But also, and that's wonderful, but it's in this wonderful way, because look at what it leads to. The Ace of Swords. What did I say? That Mercury Cazimi is going to be really strong. You're going to feel it in a really big way. And then it's like the Ace of Swords. You got the Ace of Swords in the heart of your spirit. So you are definitely going to have a big breakthrough this week, especially like this mental breakthrough. Like I said, that's going to, you not even just that day, the entire week with all the aspects, with the new moon. Also, this is aces, bringing in something new for you, new beginnings, new opportunities. This is an ace, new cycle. Yeah, swords. All about communication. What is this week all about? Communication and, contracts and agreements and launching new things and the things like that. Things like that. You see the crown here? This is really great. I love this for you. And there is this sweetness with these two together. Why? You do see the olive branch here. So whatever happens here, it just feels like it's mutual, it's good, it's great, okay? There's like no harm, no foul. This is wonderful. It's part of your breakthrough. You taking that action for it, all right? And yeah, it is like there can be some big contract or agreement that you sign anyway, but this is more about you, all right? So I love this for you. The second thing is you see the two swords here? Swords, communication, thoughts, it's all here, right? As well. Pointed straight to the sky, connected straight to the divine, straight to the heavens, straight to the cosmos. You're good. You're fine. You're good. Think of that like just kind of powering the sword. This is true perception. This is being your authentic self. It's all of that. No one can hide anything from you. You're good. You're absolutely good. You have the King of Pentacles here in your challenge area. I don't mind it so much with what you see here. King of Pentacles is the richest king. He's a big protector. He's a big provider as well. The thing here is that the biggest energy, there may be someone you may not see eye to eye with. Just work with that energy. Someone who does have a little bit of power, but someone who I feel like could be a little, like you just don't vibe. Let's put it that way. And it may be someone in a work capacity, but it just could also be a family member where you don't have like y'all aren't like, you don't talk on the phone every day, but there just may be something there. Okay. Secondly, or I think I said it, work is a big thing, but it like maybe even a boss or authority figure, but that's just one thing that may be something you just have to work with. That's all. All right. I'm not getting an energy of like, okay, watch out. The other thing is, there may be something here where you're breaking through something where it's like there could have been something in terms of you building your wealth and having the things that you want where you're going to see the biggest breakthrough in terms of like your material possessions. Remember, pentacles are your physical world as well. So things in your physical world, and again, can be home, can be, things like that, real estate, things like that. But anyway, there's some big breakthrough happening here for you. That's really wonderful. And then you have the Two of Swords in your crown. Yeah, there's something that you're sitting on, but you remember, you got this. Use it, okay? This is your chance to, the Two of Swords, her back, where is it? Turned. Okay? Her back is turned to the moon. It's turned to the sea. She's not in touch with her intuition, with her emotions. So take that time where just go within. Trust your intuition to the point you're comfortable taking off that blindfold to have that breakthrough. Okay? Because I do feel a little bit of resistance here as well. There may be something you're sitting on. Maybe you're second guessing yourself, doubting yourself. Again, that can happen with Mercury. These are swords, right? And so it is in your crown too, where it is a little bit of like overthinking, overanalyzing. No, remember, heart, emotions, feelings, intuition, connect with that. That's going to give you the answers you need. Yeah. And then you'll be fine. Likely has to do with a partnership, relationship, contract, agreement. Remember, I said that's a big theme for you this week. You've got the South Node in Virgo anyway. So remember, when you've got the South Node in your 7th house anyway, that's your life lessons. That's leaving things in the past. Yeah. So you're going through cycles. So the big one right now with what's happening, the devil and the Radiator spread. So keep that in mind. There may be something here where it's like deep down inside, you're like, no, I don't want to let this go, but you have to. Yeah, this is just, the devil really is like an energy vampire. And remember what it's about partnerships and relationships. You see the two people chained to the devil. It's card 15, 1 + 5 = 6. What is 6? It's the Lover's card, which is attributed to Gemini. So again, there may be something here where it's just like, all right, this card is like, codependency, it's obsession, it's addictions, it's vices, it's pessimistic thinking, it's, things that feel good that you're just like, right? I don't want to get like, this would be you being in a situation like a toxic boss where you have the knowledge now. You have everything it takes to launch your own business, but there's that doubt, there's that self-doubt. Will this work out? And then it's like, oh, that's the thing that it needs. There's something here you got to learn from it to have that breakthrough for yourself and trust in yourself and trust in the universe. I said Jupiter is very active right now, all right? Having that faith, that belief, and what's happening in June is enormously special, all right? It's also like, if you are in a, relationship, let's say you're in a, I don't know, like a friends with benefit situation, but you truly want love and marriage and kids and whatever, like family, all that it's like, I gotta let that go because, I'm just trapped. I'm keeping myself trapped in that cycle. But remember, you gotta learn from these cycles to move on to the next one. And then you're gonna be good. You have the 9 of Pentacles in your future. What? Yeah, you're good. This is a card of self-sufficiency. This is a card of abundance, luxuries. You see the symbol of Venus all over her gown. Venus, love, money, all of that. All right. Relationships, creative project, creativity, all of that, everything that your heart desires. Okay. But this is that self. It's like, I'm free. I worked hard to stand in my garden of abundance. I deserve this. Yeah. So this is really wonderful. And you did get it in your last week's reading. Let's get to your stuff. You're amazing. You're amazing. Pisces, if you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Yeah, tell me what's going on. I definitely want to know what's happening. Y'all are going some big changes. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're getting everything. I'm gonna show you the owl. Give you a little close up of the owl. You're gonna get one of these. I'll give you cowbell, wolf arrow. Anyway, all right, you're good. Look at this. Look, I mean, like, what? You got the Ace of Cups. Listen, I got emotional for you, and then now you're gonna be emotional for yourself in a good way. These are tears of joy. All right, so have it, please do, whatever it takes. You're protected. You're good. Have that fairness, what you need in your life, that is going to bring that inner wisdom, right? And again, this is the Holy Grail. You see the streams, the 5 streams, all your senses, everything. This is beautiful. Aces. Listen, when you get 2 aces, in this week, like you're good. All right. So new beginning, have it. This is it's like not even cup half full. It's cup overflowing. Cups are emotions, love, feelings, relationships, intuition. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Think about the last time something brought you so much joy. It brought you 2 tears. You want that. Look at this. You want that. All right. So trust yourself to have it and give yourself permission to have it. Yeah. This is what, and when I say that, maybe it was when you got your dream job. Maybe it was when you had a baby. Maybe it was when you got proposed to. Maybe there's something coming because you also got the Page of Cups too. That's all I'm saying. You're having something big happen. Okay, Page of Cups in your external factors area, wonderful, because Page of Cups has a lot of Piscean energy. You even see the fish, by the way, coming out of the cup here. A lot of wonderful creative energy. This is all about following your bliss, and it looks like someone's coming into your life. I think a lot of y'all are having babies, by the way. It could be like something like that. A lot of y'all are. Just look at what's going on for y'all. If you're a teacher in any sort of capacity, there could be some new student that, maybe changes your perspective in some way. That's really wonderful, like very Dead Poet Society, kind of like whatever. But anyway, this is also the messenger. So you are getting messages come through, something where it's just saying like, do what I said earlier, follow your joy, follow your bliss. That's a Page of Cups. And a lot of y'all will have this burst of creativity and imagination, as well as insight into what is the next step. And I am going to follow him. He wears his heart on his sleeve. All right. So again, even if you're looking for like love, like, yeah, there's likely someone coming through, but you've got to, right? You got the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, your life is changing. And you want it to. Okay? This card also highly associated with karma, and it is attributed to Jupiter, and it is a Wheel of Fortune. And this is card 10. Okay, so 1 0 equals 1, new beginning. So there's this new karmic fated path that there's something here that's just saying, hey, we're right on the other side of the door. Open that door. You're good. You got the King of Wands as well in your final outcome. You're good. You're absolutely good. He's a big leader. He's a transformative king. He's a fun king. So this is also the entrepreneur. So if you are here for work, career, any of that, yeah, there's something here. But again, at the end of the day, it's Wands. Your passions, again, just following your passions and your bliss, but Wands, a lot of creative energy. You do have a lot of creative energy here that's coming through. Remember, what is the root of that? Create, right? But the King of Wands, you see the Ouroboros in his throne. Yeah, salamander at his feet. You're going through change. You're becoming that person. What I talk about, like the role model or someone just ownership of your passions. This is epitome of passion. It's the King of Wands. So I absolutely love this for you. And again, there may be something here that's really, really like you're on your way. You're having a big breakthrough. There's something new happening. Absolutely for sure. You got 2 aces. You're good. Pisces next week. Yeah, you know what we're going to talk about. And then this, second spread, I will tell you about Juno square Mars. And, it's a big thing that you will feel all week. But the perfection is over the weekend with Venus conjuncting Chiron and Eris. And we'll go through the planetoids. I'm going to do a separate spread on the new moon alone. I'm going to tell you one day not to sign contracts. There's everything that I do in the second spread. Anyone's welcome to join. Pisces, I love y'all. I love you so much. I don't even remember my lines. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.